Hello everyone, and welcome to this tutorial where we'll be looking at how you can design custom help panes in Dynamics 365. So as you can see my contact page in Dynamics 365, on the right hand side there is an expanded custom help pane on which I have a few links and few videos. So the way you can open custom help panes is by clicking on the question mark in your ribbon button, and it pops up the custom help pane based on the entity that it is designed for. So let's look at how you can design custom help panes in Dynamics 365. Let's go to System Settings. You can go to System Settings by going into Advanced Settings, expanding the settings, and then under Administration you can go to System Settings. So this will open up your typical system settings which you might have been familiar with the older versions. Down you can see Enable Custom Help Panes and Guided Tasks. If it's already set to no, switch it to yes and then click OK. What will happen is after you refresh, this new feature will be enabled in your Dynamics 365 environment. Once you refresh the browser, and then if you try to go to the question mark on the main navigation menu, the custom help page would open up. Now since this is a blank one, you can go ahead and click on edit to start adding some items to the custom help pane. So you'll get a blank template like this. So the first thing you can do is give it a suitable title. Make sure you write on the title its subtle gray line that you have to write on top of. So here I'll just write contact help and save it. So once I've saved, that's how it will look. Now let me go ahead and edit. So you can save progress as you keep on adding items to it. Now I go to Insert tab, and the first thing I insert is a section. So a section is like a bucket of information which you can categorize. Now I'll just call the first section as general, and inside which I can add items. So the first item that we are going to add in the general section is a hyperlink. So let me click inside. Let me click on the insert link, and existing help pages is also a feature, but this is not available at the moment. This is coming soon. So I can link a website, and since this is information about a contact, so I'm just copying URL of contact information from Microsoft Docs, and I will just paste it in the link URL, and I will simply call the link as Microsoft Official Doc, and I want it to open in a new tab. So I'll just select that and I click insert. So in my general section, Microsoft Official Doc is the link, and if I click on it, it will open the new tab, and in that it will open the URL. So if I go to the general section and click on Microsoft Official Doc in the new tab in your browser, it will open the link that you have specified. So if you have any URLs which point to specific documentation you want to add to your entities or custom entities, you can do that. So that's a simple link. Next, what we'll do is we'll continue adding more items. So I click on the three dots and I click edit. This time I'll enter some more content outside of the general section. So the next thing I'll do is insert a coach mark. So coach mark is actually a visual signal pointing to a space on your form. So if I click on it, I should name the button of the coach mark. So I'll enter that details in the link text, and I just want to call it subscription details. So I'll write the name of the button or the link. Then next I can drag that to an element. So you can drag it, let's say, to a ribbon button, because that's the subscription button. So I'll just drag it there, and once it is dragged, it will come with a cross, so that showing that it is successful. Now if I click on the link that is generated, which I just inserted, it will highlight on the screen as to where it is pointing, so that once you click on it, it will show the particular intended area on the screen. So that's how a coach mark works. Further, we will look at another element which is called as the balloon. So yeah, this is the insert balloon. So once I click on it, I'll show you what it does. So let me write turnaround time. So this is how the link of the text will appear. I'll keep the same thing as a title, and I have also copied some details of what it should read. I'll paste it here and I'll drag it to the element. This time I will drag it to the field time in hours. So just as an example, it is dragged successfully. Now I click on insert. So a new link will be generated, and what a balloon does is it shows a callout like balloon on the intended element, so that it can describe of what that particular element or that field or a ribbon button can do. So that's how your coach mark works, that it shows the signal of where is the location, and the next one is the balloon, which shows you what that particular field is about. So now I save my progress. So once I save the progress, this is all saved so far. I can go ahead and again click on edit and continue adding more elements. Now the next thing that I add after this is a video. So I go to the insert and I click on video. I want to allow full screen for the video. So I've just taken a sample from my own YouTube video and I'll just allow full screen. And I don't want to enter any start time or autoplay for now. So I'll just click on insert. It will generate a small box like this which will have the video, and let me save it, so that once it is saved I will be able to play the video and see how it looks. So it appears like a YouTube video, and just like any other video embedding, it will appear like this and it will start playing. So since I have allowed on full screen, on the right hand side I can also see a full screen button which I can blow it up and see. So that's how I add a video. Now let me further edit this again and continue adding more elements. Now I click on edit, and I think the final element which we are about to insert is an image. So I'll enter it below the video just as an example. So I click on insert, then I click on insert image, and again this should be an internet accessible URL. My bad, I'll remove this. This is what I wanted to be the title which I had copied, and this is the image. So I'll just copy the URL of this image and I'll paste it in the URL and I'll enter the title. So I just want to write the title as mugshot expected, and I'll just give it the alternate text too. So now I click on insert, and quite self-explanatorily it will come up like an image on the help page. Somehow I'm not able to see the title which I've entered, but I'll check that out. So this is how my image will appear. So my entire pane looks like this. It takes a while for the video to be loaded, but my image is displayed right there. And that's how you can design your custom help panes in Dynamics 365. Let's take a look at the metadata aspect, or what a help page, a record looks like. So in Dynamics 365, this is what a help page looks like. You can do an advanced find and you should be able to see for yourself what records are created. So when I created the help page, this particular contact help page was created, and it will define which entity this is for. So as you can see on the path, MS-DYNE CE_sales pro, and then that is the name of the app, and then further it is for the contact entity. So likewise, your help pages are created for different entities, and I hope this session was useful for you. Thank you for your time today, and kindly consider subscribing to my channel. I will see you in the next one.